So the Soprentices and I, when we first started the Zodiac line several years ago, we all worked together to really figure out things like the scent blend and what the designs of the bars should be and all of that jazz, for sure. But the way it ended up working out, as far as the water signs go, I have never poured a water sign soap. Like, I've never done it. That's not my thing, except for one time. One time in all of the years and all of the batches that have to be made all of the time, I had to pour Pisces because Georgia May was not there, the other soap apprentices were not there, and it had to be done for us to keep our soap schedule on track. And so I made it. And then the next day I was there and I'd cut it, and Georgia May comes in and she looks at the water sign bar, the Pisces bar that I had poured, and she went, "Oh, you tried." And well, she got put on bath bomb duty for quite some time after that, for sure, because no. And I'm going to tell you more about the Pisces bar and why I messed it up the one time that I've poured it in my life in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 321 of 365 days of soap. And yeah, today we are making the Pisces bar. But more specifically, I'm gonna make the Pisces bar because, again, I don't pour the water signs. That's not what I do. And Georgia May or one of the other soap apprentices over the years have always handled the water signs for whatever reason. And I poured it the one time and it became, she was joking. She was obviously joking, but it became at this point like the Ross and Rachel, we were on a break thing that won't end. Years later, I'm still remembering it, much like I remember that one time 10 years ago when Mr. Soap and Clay told me I was a messy cook. So, yes. Now, the Pisces bar, I'm going to do today. And this is only the second time I will have ever poured it. Ever. So, let's go to the video and see if I can manage to pour it the way that the Soprentices think it should be poured. Okay, so today we are making, I think, the final in the Zodiac bar, and that's not the Scorpio. I'm just showing you. This is what the air signs usually look like. Georgia May has done all of, either the Soprentices have done all of the air signs forever, with the exception of this one right here that I did the one time, and it looked like that. And it wasn't what it was supposed to be. And I'm like, and Georgia May came in and was like, "Oh, she tried." And I was like, "What?" Okay, so I kept that bar. That was from like 3 years ago. Kept that bar. Oh yeah, forever. One of those bars stayed from that soap. Also, that was a 3-year-old soap. So for anybody wondering how long soaps last, that was a 3-year-old soap. So there it is. And yeah, so I have only poured an air sign in the Zodiac line one time, and it was that Pisces bar. So now, to round out the Zodiacs for the year of the channel or whatever, because this is the last one, I think. Pretty sure. Whatever, it's the last air sign, that's for sure. I am going to pour the Pisces today and see if I can make it look like Georgia May's air sign design originally was. Because she didn't like the swoopy swoop thing with the blue. But I thought it was cool because Pisces is like a fish, right? That's whatever. So yeah, that's what we're going to work with. We are working on, I think, 4 layers when it's all said and done. The bottom layer starts brown. The next layer goes dark and light blue. The layer after that is light blue and white, and then white at the top. And there will be coffee in the bottom portion of this because exfoliants are fun, and I don't know why Georgia decided to put coffee in these, but she did. So that's what we're doing. And excuse me, I'm so dehydrated right now. Definitely had to get something to drink, and it feels like I never actually have a time to do that in these videos. So pausing the audio would just be stupid, right? Nobody's got time for that. But yeah, so I am using, I want to say that's magic beans. I'm loving this brown. I was one of the people for a long time that always kind of thought all browns are created equal. And then I got this magic beans from Mad Micah's, and I'm like, not so. Not so. This one is gorgeous. And so we're going to put, I don't know, about a tablespoon of coffee in this because I like coffee exfoliants. And it's fresh coffee, not used, fresh. No, that ends up being probably about a tablespoon. It's pretty big amount there. And only about 6 ounces of soap, but you know, there it is. And the scent blend is a lovely lemongrass and eucalyptus, and that was all intentionally chosen because Pisces tend to like bright scents, bright comforting scents like lemon and fresh laundry and eucalyptus, stuff like that. So that's why we have the scent blend that we do for the Pisces bar. And this little bit of soap is actually ready to go and be poured into the mold. So let's move on to the pouring stage. Okay, now on to the pour. Now this is going to be, again, the 6 ounces, they're going to be just poured right in for the bottom layer. And while that is setting up, I will then mix the rest of the sections and get them, or weigh them out at least, and get them ready to be mixed in different pieces. Trying to make sure that nothing breaks through from one side to the other. Although Georgia May does things like tilts things up on an angle for each of the different pours, and so whatever, it's all thing. I'm not doing that for this one. My whole focus right now is to ensure that I don't get that little swoopy swoop thing that looked like a wave in the bar, in the batch that she was like, oh, she tried. And yeah, that's my goal. Straight layers. No breakthrough through all of the things. So let's see how that works out. Now for the rest of the soap, I am just like weighing it out evenly, splitting between three different, I like how I said I'm weighing it out evenly and then I just dumped a whole bunch into a thing, like that wasn't actually a weight. I'm separating it into 3 sections-ish, reasonably equal sections. That would have been the better way to do that. And again, the next layer is a dark blue and a light blue, and then that same light blue is used for the layer after that, which is a light blue and a white. We're going to do in the pot swirls for both of those, and then the rest of it all gets covered up with white. So there's that. And Pisces, you know, it's interesting because Pisces, water signs. Have I just been sitting here saying air signs the whole last time? I'm not talking about air signs. I'm talking about water signs. The air signs are Gemini and Aquarius, and I do those bars. The water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, because Pisces is a water sign. What the actual is wrong with me? Guys, it's been a day, and y'all had to just know at the very beginning, what is she talking about? Yeah, no, it's a water sign. Pisces is a water sign. Right, I've never poured a water bar, except for the one, Jesus, cool. Anyway, let's talk about Pisces and the traits of the typical Pisces. So they're very concerned with emotions, right? They're very intuitive. They are kind of idealistic. They have a tendency to be lazy if they're not properly motivated, and they're natural healers, right? And that actually is both a positive and a negative in their life. It's like my mom, she's a natural leader. Her signs are natural leaders, and that's great. But also because you're a natural leader, A, you have a really hard time following, but 2, everybody around you seems to think that you don't need any assistance, and that's just not true. Like, people in life need assistance all the time, but you have to sort of fight against that because people just assume that you're the leader, you're on top of shit, you're always going to be fine, right? Right. With Pisces and being healers, that's also true. They have a really innate ability to help the healing process with people. So heartbreak and emotional stress and all of the trauma. They're very good like nurses and, you know, in the medical field, all of that jazz as well. But when they get too consumed with helping everyone else, A, the expectation is there that, oh, well, you're just always going to help us because whatever. But two, when they need help themselves, when they need self-healing, they don't focus on it. And so that's actually why we have the essential oil roller bottle blend that we have for the Pisces bars. It's called Heal, and it has a lot of essential oils that sort of help them center and refocus and commit to doing their own healing and taking care of themselves instead of taking care of the world, and also be able to ask for help and all the things. Yes. So I find that very fascinating within the Pisces sign for sure, and I think that's true of like everybody at all times. Positive traits can also be a downfall. It's just, you know, everything in moderation and nothing in excess, that sort of life, that sort of thing, you know, like that. It's cool that you're a good healer, but also you need to be able to take care of yourself. You need to be able to tune into your own emotional states to self-heal and self-care, because that's more important than helping the world around you. If you are not at your level best, if you are not at your best headspace, you have a harder time actually taking care of others, and because you're not at 100%. Totally makes sense, right? So yes, the blue that went in there I think is called Aphrodite from Mad Micas. I went on a really crazy Mad Micas like spree and just got a whole bunch of crazy colors. I didn't need any. I was in the mood to buy micas. So there's that. And so like I have them out to use them right now. So normally, you know, when I'm doing all of this and I'm like, oh, I don't know, here's a blue, here's a whatever, and I don't really talk about it. With these ones, they're literally out to use them because I'm excited to use my micas or whatever. And so I have it in mind that, oh, let's try Aphrodite. Whereas, you know, a month from now, I will forget what I used in this, just across the board. But it doesn't matter because these are limited edition bars now. We don't actually stock them year round. So they're only available for right now during the Pisces season. So I guess I won't have to remember. But also I have a video that I can go back to and look at. Like, oh yeah, no, I can. That's what I did. I used Aphrodite. So yay me. And yeah, no, these water sign bars, the Scorpio has that tomato and coriander, right? And that cool pattern. And I love that tomato and coriander. It's so good. And my daughter is, self-calculate number 1, is a Scorpio. So she's my little water baby. Very emotional, very whatever. Pisces, I guess I do have a Pisces in my life, I think. I'm pretty sure. What's March 17th? That's Pisces. That's still Pisces. Yeah. So my dad is Pisces, but his birthday isn't March 17th. And I'm not going to tell you his real birthday, I guess, because why would I guess doxing my family is not a good idea. Is that really doxing? Whatever. Those are all words that I didn't learn until I started actually like watching YouTube, like as a YouTube watcher for something other than how to change a tire, you know, and realize that there's this whole beautiful world out in the YouTube community that just exists with these people that have all of these cool interests and ideas and passions and thoughts, and they share them with the world. And that's cool. Like, I sit and watch makeup channels or just listen to makeup channels. I don't even watch them. I don't really watch a whole lot of YouTube, but I'm listening all the time because my eyes are always on soap, right? And I'm always listening to awesome makeup channels. Like makeup channels, you think that that'd be something that you should be actually watching, and I don't. I just listen because I like the person that, you know, made the video and was willing to put themselves out in ways that, you know, were cool and scary to the world. And yeah, so there's that. That has nothing to do with Pisces. That's just the whole doxing thing. And I learned words that I didn't know existed because of YouTube videos, is my point in that. Saw it on a rap video once. That old movie, that Will Ferrell movie. Anyway, yeah, so this is the final layer, and so far I have not had a single break in any of these layers. Like, they have not broken the surface of the one below them. It's been very lovely. Pouring on the wall is a great idea if you're doing that. The in the pot swirls have been gorgeous and a lot of fun, and 2 different ways that I did them. Really, there was a thin line that I messed around with, and then the the clock face dropping thing that I also messed around with. Cool. But this layer would be the one that would actually cause that swoopy swoop thing, right? And so now I'm nervous. I don't want to cause the swoopy swoop thing. I want to show Georgia May that I'm capable of doing stuff too. Whatever. Georgia has said multiple times that that whole "oh, she tried" thing has become our equivalent of the Ross and Rachel "we were on a break." And she's not wrong. She's not wrong. It is a thing forever. I will never let her live it down. It was meant to be a joke. And I don't know if I didn't take it that way, but I don't know. My instinct was to be like, oh yeah? You don't like what the master soap maker has made? You can go make some bath bombs. And she went and made some bath bombs. So, haha, funny, but also, it hurt. So there's that. But yeah, I don't think I let that break through. I'm pretty sure that there was we're not gonna get any sort of weird swoopy swoop thing with that, right? Is that what you guys saw as well? I'm thinking that's the case. I'm thinking it's gonna be great. This is ready for the oven for C-pop and gel as soon as I fill the other half of that mold, because I need more soap in it. So I'll do that, and then I'll put it in the oven for C-pop and gel, and then I'll cut it, tomorrow, and we can look and see if I have the swoopy swoop thing. Okay, it's cut time, and this soap looks so pretty. And just sort of ignore the little gold mica stuff going on the right-hand side. A, that side's getting trimmed off as the end piece, and 2, for the little gold, it's all fine. And it's so shiny and smooth and delightful, and I'm loving our new blend. Oh yeah, we've got some cool glycerin rivers going on in that 3rd layer there too, which is awesome. Add some more unique texture to the bar. For sure. That one goes away. That's for a different video. That's for a different soap. And you don't know what that is yet, but you will in a couple days. And yeah, so look at that. It didn't break through. It did the thing. Yay! I can do it. Those are actually pretty straight lines too, you guys. I'm super proud of myself right now. Like, I don't do like straight line soaps at all. I don't like them, and it's not fun for me. But this was an enjoyable pour, and those are actually pretty straight lines. They look pretty good. Like, not even trying to make perfectly straight lines, and yet somehow that whole thing, worked. That's so pretty. Look at that. Look what I did, guys. That's a thing. Yeah, no, the Semplin on this, again, that lemongrass eucalyptus, it's so bright. It's so just bright and clean and very comforting, and so that's really good. And this new oil blend that I'm using is so delightful. I'm in love with this new master batch. So this is the new master batch for my swirls mix, and I changed the ratios on some things, and it's delightful. Like, it has been soaping so nice. Everything that I've used the swirls batch for, it's been so beautiful. I'm in love with how the shine on the soaps looks, the smoothness of the bar. Like, that's nice. That's good stuff there. Yeah, now for all the zodiac signs, right, we do stamp them. And so in order to make sure that we can get these little teeny tiny like 3D printed stamps into the soaps, we have to stamp them like a day after we make it, so they're still soft enough to get the stamp into the bar, really. And so, there's the thing. And actually, now that I'm really worried. I'm really worried, so I'm gonna look this up right now, just to double check, because my brain says yes, this is 100% fine. Like, this was the right sign, this was the right stamp. But since I spent the first 5 minutes of this frickin' video talking about how Pisces is an air sign, I'm second guessing myself completely. So yes, it's the right stamp. Yes, we're good. That's Pisces. Wouldn't that have sucked though if I had just made this bar and still managed to mess it up? Like, whatever. I mean, I saw it at the beginning, so, but again, At the beginning, I saw all of this and had, see, there they are. See, there's one version, there's another version. I think they're both pretty. But you know, look, I did it the right way, Soap Princess. I mean, I forgot to tilt the mold like you do with all of your water signs. I didn't do that, but you also didn't have the swoop of the oceany thing. So it's cool, it's awesome. And that is day 321, the Pisces bar. Are you as like shook as I am that I ultimately ended up with like 4 really straight layers? Like, I never do that. I wasn't even trying for that. And the bar looked cool. It still doesn't look like, you know, how the Soap Apprentices make it when they make their signs, because I forgot to tilt the whatever. But it's gorgeous. It totally works. But also to that, my fail worked too. So yeah, there's that. And there's the Pisces bar. If you are interested in the Pisces soap, you can totally find them right now at this exact moment for the next couple weeks at soapandclay.com. So yes, check those out, snag them, do the things. If you're interested in seeing what else we come up with for, you know, all of the soapy fun, subscribe to the channel. That would be excellent. For those of you who are subscribed to the channel, thanks for being excellent. You really are exceptionally excellent. And just so you know, the reason why there was like a jump cut there was because I said the words, or tried to say the words, exceptionally excellent like 7 times, and I kept, yes, but you are that. So thank you for being a sudser. I am out of here for today. I hope you guys had fun today. Thank you for joining me for another round of 365 days of soap. I will see you guys all again tomorrow. Bye.